Hey guys, hey, welcome to episode 6 of Two Drunk Aliens. I'm Scott Miller, and that's
Ash White. How are you, Scotty? You had a good week?
Busy week, mate. Plenty of really good feedback, plenty of feedback on your alien story. So I'd like to get into that at some stage and revisit that. I apologise last week. It took me by surprise because you guys will start realising that me and Ash, we try to keep our stories separate, so we hit off each other without knowing. So that took me a bit by surprise. So, Ashman, I might have to become a ufologist this week and ask a few questions, mate. But how was your week, mate?
Pretty good. I had the luxury of getting down to the Bowsan cellars there to see your old catching mate Lenny and
big boy.
Mr. Connery, and even Mr. Brooks was there, and you wouldn't believe it. We saw Mr. Joe Bowsan there and also Mr. Bob Neeswander.
Oh, Bobby.
So he'd been on a epic journey back from LA on the Big Bird.
Yeah, 8 weeks I think he was over.
8 weeks, yes. I think he probably got to see quite a few states there, and he actually came back with a big solid ring on his finger, Scotty, and we were lucky enough to put our finger in it, so it was pretty good.
Big weekend then. Sounds like a big day on Thursday night at the old Bears Ants.
So, yeah, that's been about this week. It's been busy at work, and, of course, here we are Friday night, so... Scotty, yes, the UFO incident last week, it's still ringing around in my head in the Mount Osmond area. Still to this day, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, so what did it actually look like? Let's just start from the beginning. So it was a sphere, it was circular, and what size would you say it was, Ashman? How big do you think the thing was?
I would still think, Scotty, that it was in the vicinity of a small, for the height of it, I would say a very small electric car.
Oh, okay. So not big, no surfaces that you could notice, no windows,
nothing. But it was there. You know, it shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't act like a bird. It caught me by surprise. I got all excited, thinking, "What's that?
Yeah,
it can't be what I think it is." Then jumped out to the front to try to work out what it was. But it was very high in the sky, but it was hiding in the cloud base.
No sound, no visible.
Nothing
at all.
Nothing at all. I was so shocked.
Because you say the plane went through the clouds, making its sound, and then the sphere. You got concerned because it was so close to the aircraft.
Absolutely, and if you look up and say that, let's give it a value of say 3 meters round, something like that.
Yep. Compared
to the plane, that's what I'd be thinking the size of it was.
Sure.
What's it doing there? It's not behaving like a bird.
Yeah.
A bird's still going to take some sort of non-binary motion and tracking, but this thing sat there for a little bit, and once the plane burst out through the back of the cloud, then it started to react, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
So it then started to twitch around a little bit. And then as the plane started to push on towards Melbourne and keep going up higher, it then started tracking quite quickly to the northeast.
Sure.
So the wind and cloud was sort of west, northwest, so it was sort of coming up and up to Mount Osmond. But and then this thing started to move, and really, if I said 25, 30 seconds, it was out of sight. It was gone.
Yeah, right. So how long did the whole thing last?
Look, it was pretty hard last week to even put a real figure on it.
Minute, 2 minutes?
I would say a minute, Scotty, at the most. I wish now you'd said to me, "Why didn't you take a photo?" I probably wish now that I did.
That was the next question. That was the next question I was asked. Why, as we talk quite regularly, why didn't someone grab the phone out of the pocket and just take a quick snap or a video or something?
Sure, and it's funny at the time because you're so fixed on seeing something that shouldn't be there.
Sure.
And moved in characteristics that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I think you get transfixed on the fact that there's something there and you're going, what is it? Even though your phone's in your pocket, I didn't even consider grabbing the phone.
Yeah, I've never seen one, never been lucky enough to be in that situation. So, yeah, I don't know how I'd react, but yeah, don't know.
But yeah, well, I can't explain it out.
That was the big question everybody asked me, is like, we do this podcast, and why didn't he take his phone out of his pocket and take a photo? And I'm like, I'll ask him on
There's
the
the real
I'll ask him
hard
on,
facts. Yeah,
I'll ask him on the podcast.
Didn't even consider it, Scotty. Didn't even enter my brain that I had to get a visual of it. And looking back, how far up it was, and I think I said last week that I probably wouldn't have got hold of it anyway, or it would have been such a tiny little dot that whether it could focus on it or it focus on the cloud or whatever. But it certainly was a funny thing to see after that week of removing myself from the whole content of UFO, and then it rocks up, and there was still the incident on Northeast Road, Scotty, with the three lights in the plane coming towards North Adelaide, which was taking the full route, and I could not get it on radar. So that one to me, I would explain out as a plane, but where it went or why it didn't have a transcender on it, I don't know. But
don't know.
It was a funny old week.
Black Ops, Ashman. Black Ops.
Could be.
What else you got for me, Ashman? You said you got a couple more stories.
Yeah, there's a fella who's come through as an anonymous storyteller, Scotty.
Sure.
Him and his wife and family were dropping the kids to school. It would have been around this time, late August in 2019.
Okay, yep.
And they were taking their child to school, and he saw a cigar-shaped craft heading north towards the city from the Goodwood area there, and it was quite high. And he said to his wife, "Look, you better take a photo of this." And she said, "It's all right. It's probably just a blimp." So I did challenge him and said, "Look, was it around not Grand Prix, the Clipsal and all that?" And he said, No, there wasn't. And it was high, and it was very elongated. It was long. It was like a cigar shape and metal. So once again, she said, "No, don't be silly. Don't take a photo of it. It's all right,
Yeah, don't take a photo of it. That'd be silly."
So of course, and he reckons it was there for 3 to 5 minutes in the one area. And then
3 to 5 minutes, a cylindrical cigar-shaped object. Don't take a photo of it. That's just fucking ridiculous. Why would you take a photo of it?
And once again, they pulled up at the lights. He looks up and it's gone.
Yeah, right.
So how do you explain this one, Scotty?
Would have been easier if I had a photo to look at.
This absolutely. I think we need to prompt us all, don't we, to
Grab your camera
be more
out,
aware
guys.
with the phones. But
Grab your camera out.
if you listen to all the stories over time, you do seem to, these people do get transfixed in a way that they're not thinking logically. They've seen something that's changed their state.
Yeah.
I
don't know. If I was staring at the sky for 5 minutes and I thought it was a friggin' UFO, I might grab my camera out.
Well, you would now. You've been prompted. So, look, there was another one also.
Geez, another one. We wanted more South Australian content. We're getting it.
This one's been around for a couple of weeks. We haven't got this one identified yet, but we will call it the Brown incident. This is a story going around about 5 women. The husbands had all gone to bed.
Oh, yeah.
They were at a party, and this was in the Greenwith area.
A few champagnes, maybe?
I think there was champagne involved, which was probably why they wanted to knock it on the head that they didn't see it, or they were seeing bubbles out of the champagne.
Yeah.
Now, we've discussed this, Scotty. We're saying sort of late 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
In that vicinity when the Golden Grove area was quite...
just paddocks, farmland.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So that's going back. The roads weren't all sorted out there yet. Probably even the big shops are only just starting to be built up there. But anyway, we haven't got to the bottom of this one. Possibly there's an interview coming with a person that saw it, because apparently two of the cousins or the nephews and nieces had seen it as well.
Yep.
On top of the 5 drunken mothers. So.
Yeah.
So that one's good. And then we got the big Robbo report that came through early this morning, actually, before work. Robbo? And he was talking about the Neil Dotty again. And you and I have talked about Neil Dotty as possibly being
bit of a hotspot,
a bit of a UFO place there. And
yeah,
I'll just give you a quick read of this story, if I can get there. Here we are. Sorry, Scotty.
No, you're all right, mate. You're all right.
Technology.
Get it factual. We don't often do that.
Technology and bad eyes don't work, do they? So here we are, 1979 in Neil Dotty, SA. We've got a Don and Jack recounted an abduction experience which is said to have occurred near the River Murray. That's up your way, Scotty.
Yep.
They were preparing for dinner when beings entered the house. They experienced a time loss, and next thing they knew, they were standing by a large silver craft. After being subjected to psychological testing for several hours, they became aware of being back at their kitchen table. Now, this actually got into the People magazine in Sydney in July 1988, and it was recorded by the Australian International UFO Flying Saucer Research Program.
Okay.
So there is something in Australia that obviously is recognising some sort of database. There's another one on the 4th or 6th of May 1979 on the SA-WA border around Eucla. There was a rocket-shaped craft that was 3 to 4 times larger than a jetliner and was hanging vertically. That was in the Adelaide Advertiser on the 7th of May 1979.
Jeez.
So there's bits and pieces. If you want to pick through it and have a look, there is stuff out there.
Yeah, for sure.
There's stuff that's happening locally.
And you don't know these people though?
No.
You've just researched. Oh, okay, I thought you were saying that you actually knew these people that had been
not
abducted.
the last two. No. They're actually recorded incidents there.
Sure.
But there was another one at Milne in 1993, another one at Neil Dotty in 1993 again, where a child had seen strange lights. So it seems to be that 1993 seems to be a fairly prominent time there.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's a little bit of update for you.
Yeah.
Also, Scotty,
good update, that one.
I had a look how many nuclear tests were done in Australia. How much do you reckon?
I wouldn't have a clue, Ash, man. Would not have a damn clue.
I
would have said 0, but
there were 12 done. 12 nuclear tests between 1952 and 1957.
okay.
Isn't that incredible?
In Australia?
Yes, sir.
South Australia or more in the middle?
I know that Woomera had it done up there, but
A nuclear test at Woomera?
Nuclear tests. But where the total 12 were done, they would have been in different areas, but in the northern part of either SA or in the Northern Territory there somewhere.
Sure.
So that's pretty cool, isn't it? It sort of slides under the rug a little bit that you think
Would be interesting to see if there were any done in 1993, I think you said, with all the...
I did have a look and there wasn't. I was trying to locate that and see what...
I'd still like to know whether that's actually factual, whether we had nuclear tests done in Australia. I might dive in a little bit of a rabbit hole with a beer tonight and see what I can come up with.
Sounds good to me, but there's a lot out there, man. If you want to dig deep, you can find plenty of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I want to do with the Brown incident, I do want to try to keep this one going because it is local. It's local raw area.
Yeah, for sure.
Apparently there was somebody, a professional, that had gone out and had a look at the soil where it landed, and apparently there were burn marks or there were prints left. Not footprints, but
some sort of burn or some sort of maybe aircraft or something had touched down and maybe scorched a bit of local ground.
So that's interesting, and that's going back quite a few years ago now. So we'll see.
But local content, which is always fantastic.
I think that's what we're looking for, aren't we?
For sure.
We want all these local stories. Where do we go from here, Scotty? We've got...
We've only got a couple of minutes left to wrap up, Ash, man. So, it's fantastic. I'd love to do a bit of research on that stuff and see if we can actually maybe find out where that aircraft touched down in Greenwith. Maybe we can do a bit of a recce, but, the old motorcycle track's still out there. There's still plenty of land out the back there of Greenwith. So it'd be interesting to see if we can reach out to someone and actually see where they thought that might have landed, to see if that ground or land is still
That would be good, wouldn't it?
available to go and have a look. As far as the people that were abducted and had that bit of time loss, bit of anal probing, maybe, Ash, man, we could check into and
I'm not sure about that one.
see if we can find out. I'd like to do a bit more research and see if people are still maybe alive or still maybe around. So
That's a great question. That would be good to go out
to see how old they were when that incident happened, and
try to see
if someone's still around that maybe we could reach out to and maybe have a bit of a chat to, especially if it's on public record. That would be very interesting, Ashman.
Well, I think the other one too, going back to the Brown incident at Greenwith, there is, it's not that far from the airbase, is it? Like, it's visibly, you can actually stand on those hills and see Edinburgh there.
For sure.
So we've got an Air Force base out there. So
yeah, I wouldn't call it much of an Air Force base, though.
I think there's more to it than we know, Scotty.
Maybe, Ashman, maybe.
A fairly large player direct to the Northern Territory.
Maybe.
So, but yeah, be that as it may, there's obviously some form of attention here, which is great that, you know, and as I said, with the other big runway being built up near Catherine.
Yeah, that's very interesting, that one.
Hopefully that might draw even more attention to the UFOs up that way.
Yeah, maybe.
So we might have to do a larger, longer road trip up that way, hey?
Yeah, it's very interesting, Ash, man. Very friggin' interesting. So yeah, especially that one at Greenwith, man. It'd be interesting if someone is still alive and still around that we could have a chat to and just see if we can find a location. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, right.
Very interesting.
Have you got anything else coming up this week? Or
no, I think that will do us for our first 20, Ash, man. That was a lot of information to take, so I need to go out for a quick pee out the back. We've got a very exciting second half, Ash, man. I'm very excited about our second half. May have a little guest coming up, Ash, man. May have someone calling in. So, yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now, Ash, man.
How magic's that going to be?
Yeah, be good.
I can't wait to hear who it could be.
It could be, yeah. Very excited. Very excited.
Well, I'll wait for the surprise after the pee break, Scotty. Good to see you again. Friday nights are fantastic for these podcasts.
They are, mate. They are.
And we'll come back after the break, And start again.
Yeah, take 5. Hey, guys, welcome back to the second half. That was an amazing piss break, Ashman. Hey, just want to shout out to the
Arto Print.
We've finally got the shirts in, dude. These look friggin' amazing, mate. I'm sorry. I know I'm very biased, but these are the best shirts I've ever seen, dude. I love them. And thank you, Arto. Really appreciate it. So,
Scotty, I think you make the shirt look better.
Yeah, I think so too, dude. Very handsome man. The second half has just been interrupted big time, Ash, man. We've got a very, very special guest.
Are you saying a VIP?
VIP, man. Like I haven't spoken to too many people that's more important than this little young man. So he's fresh. He's fresh back from the Under-12 World Championship of Baseball.
Who is it?
He won the T-shirt last week or the week before. And I'd like to introduce everybody to Mr. Ashton Diplock. How you going, Ash?
Hello.
How you doing,
good,
bud?
thanks.
Ashton, it's Ashman. How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
How was your trip? Was it wicked?
It was really good. Yeah, it was awesome.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you did over there?
It was like so good because we got to meet so many new people and got to do stuff that we've never done.
Yeah, it's been amazing, big boy.
Got coached by like some of the best coaches and that.
Yeah. So did you have fun over there though? I know the baseball was very serious, but did you have fun?
Yeah, it was good. It's good fun. Chatting to like other Venezuelans and Dominicans in the hotel and all that.
Yeah.
Translating.
So everybody, all the teams stayed in the same hotel?
Oh, there was 6 in one, 6 in the other.
Oh, okay.
We had like Panama, Mexico, Japan, Dominican, and Venezuela.
Nice.
In ours.
Was it hot over there, Ash? Was it?
Yeah, it was very hot. And
did your dad sweat very badly?
Yeah. When we
With a smile, he would have been sweating. Sorry to cut you off. Keep going, mate.
when we got there was a typhoon, so like a lot of rain and wind and that.
Yeah, I think
So-
your first game was cancelled, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So how many games all up did you play, big boy?
I think it was 8,
8 games.
8, 8 or 7. I think it was 8.
And you had a huge win against New Zealand?
Yeah, that was a good win.
Yeah.
They pitched 3 pitches in the first inning
Oh, really?
because we rallied 13 runs.
In the first innings, you had 13 runs.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. And
Yeah.
you personally, you had a really good tournament, I heard.
Yeah, I made a double play against the Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, I saw that.
We all saw that
We
one.
saw that
mate.
one.
That was terrific.
There was like drummers in the crowd, commentators, cheerleaders on the dugout.
Cheerleaders.
Oh, that's beers and cheers, Ash. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it was really good.
So what was your biggest highlight, Ash? What do you reckon the most fun you had? What was the biggest highlight you had in the tournament?
Well, playing wise, it was probably when I struck out when I pitched against Venezuela.
Yeah.
I got out in 15 pitches and struck out their catcher.
Nice.
On the court. Pretty good.
And what about off the field? What was your biggest highlight off the field when hanging around with your family and stuff and having fun over there?
Yeah, well, we got 4 hours to like hang out with the family,
Yep.
and like went to the indoor batting cage, went to the pool and had dinner and all that. It was really good.
Yeah, I saw your dad in the batting cage. I thought he struggled a bit.
Yeah, he was struggling on 100 kilometres.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Ash, did you make a new friend that stood out of the whole group? Not to single out, one
Yeah,
over the other.
I've made a like. You talking like Australia team or like
Yes,
other
sir.
countries?
Yes, sir. The Australia team. Yep.
Yeah, I've made a fair few. Just good friends with some of the Queensland boys and some of the Melbourne ones, and one of the WA kids.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you obviously there's some international guys that you've taken their number, and you can call them in the future, yeah, or
Yeah, I've got a few of their like Instagram and all that. It's pretty cool.
oh, very cool. Are you getting too much feedback, or you're not too bad?
All
Ash?
good.
Yeah, all good. Fantastic. That's good. We're only new at this, mate. We've got this this phone line coming in, so we're proud as punch that we've got you on it. And hey, let's talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah, like, how did you go, like, playing so many games in a short time, mate? Did you feel like that was a lot?
Yeah, I mean, we did do recovery sessions. Like,
Yep.
we'd stretch after the games for like 20 to 30 minutes and like do stuff like that.
Sure. And how much fun did you have in the hotel with your mates? Because I can imagine, like, being a 12-year-old boy, just having fun, kicking around after a game in a hotel, ordering your food and all that sort of stuff. So you have heaps of fun.
Yeah, it was good fun because like the Venezuelans were on our level.
Yep.
And like I was with my roommate Bodie, and we'd run down to the Venezuelans and that and chat, and because we didn't speak Spanish, we had to like translate on our phones and stuff. It's good.
Translate on your phones. That's good.
I think you probably just taught me and Scotty that they spoke Spanish anyway. Scotty might have known.
I reckon I knew that one. But
I didn't know.
So in the hotel, did they have like I look at the Little League World Series with my lad and all that sort of stuff? So did you get to play table tennis or anything against the guys or anything like that within the hotel?
Not really. The closest we got was probably rock, paper, scissors, but
Oh,
that's
rock,
about
paper,
it.
scissors. And you would have won that every time, yeah?
Oh, that was pretty good.
They were so you got dominated with that.
Yeah, they dominated us.
Oh, mate, that's no good.
Ash, sorry, Scotty.
Yeah, go for it.
What was the field like compared to home? Was it,
Yeah, that's a good question.
was it tidy? Was it lush green or
It's like perfect. Like
really?
when we in like the 4th inning or the 3rd inning, the whole like 20 like grounds crew all went out there raking the field, and like new lines, knew everything in the same game.
Unreal. So
Yeah, and
that's unbelievable.
baseball basically every out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
On the
awesome.
main field, there's like a massive jumbotron But like when you're up to bat, it has your photo, your weight, your height, and like I don't know what else, but it's got like the lineups and all that. So cool.
Nice. And when you were batting, were you looking at that, mate? Were you looking at your highlights and not looking?
I was trying not to focus on my beautiful face, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough because you don't take after your dad. I'll tell you right
That's
now.
why you sell all the chips at the club, isn't it, mate? With that beautiful smile. That's fantastic. What about What about all the dugouts? Were they like premium? Like, was it were the dugouts on the same level or dropped in or?
It like so there's a dugout. You got to like hang over the fence and all that, and then you go down and we have like a locker room. And it goes downstairs to like maybe like 20 stairs down. It's like underground locker room, and then you walk a bit forward and there's like a massive bullpen, indoor batting cages,
Oh, underneath.
like fires and all that. It's really good.
Nice.
What about the Australian anthem? Did they
That
play
was going to
that?
be one of my questions, Ashman.
Sorry,
Good question.
Scotty.
No,
didn't
good
mean to
question.
Close in. Do they play that before each song, each game, or?
So when we like before the game, they introduce the managers and then they do like each player starting lineup, what they're batting, and then the rest of the team, and then they go like playing second base, Ashton Diplock, and they introduce the other team, and then they do our national anthem or their national anthem first, and then yeah.
Nice.
How cool's that? That's fantastic. That's the big league, isn't it? They're getting you ready for it.
Yeah.
What was one of the greatest memories, or what did you take out of it the most that really you'll keep in your mind forever?
Ooh.
Probably like having the opportunity to play for Australia and yeah.
Scotty talks about that as well. He's one of those
No,
legends
I don't.
like you.
No, I don't. Hey, Dip, are you there, mate?
We're in the
Oh, go on, Ashton. No, you go. You go, mate. No, you got Dip, you there?
Yes, I'm there, Scotty. How are you?
So how did you go with it? Like looking at your boy, like he's just explained all the jumbotrons, the little lad being marched out and having his name called out and all that sort of stuff. How'd you go over there, mate? A few teary moments over there, mate?
Proud as punch, mate. I did have to hold him back a few times, I tell you right now. He did well. He represented well.
Yeah, I saw some little highlights and stuff, and it looked like you were choking back a few tears a couple of times.
Well, there wasn't any beers at that time morning, so
Hey, Dip, Ashman here. I've lost my chain of thought. Just go back to Scotty. I'll come back to you in a minute.
So, like, you guys obviously landed, and you stayed in the same hotel, or were you in separate hotels?
no. So we were about 15 minutes away. We weren't allowed to have any contact with the kids at all.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We rocked up and we were delayed 2 days in Hong Kong due to the typhoon.
Yep.
And they had 700 mils of rain on the day they were meant to have the opening ceremony.
God.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bit more rain than we get here in SA. So
Just a little.
yeah. So the stadiums and all that sort of stuff, like there were big crowds because all the footage we could see, we couldn't really see what the crowds were like.
They are fanatical. They absolutely love their baseball. They had the mini stadium, probably seated about 5,000, and the main stadium, which they had the grand final, it was about 10,000 people.
So how
And
many?
it was packed.
Oh, really? So even to the Australian games, it was like the 5,000 seat stadium was full. You reckon?
Game, it was fairly full. But yeah, the other games, it was mainly family and friends. Yeah.
And you took the whole family over, so everybody had a really good trip.
Yes, we all stayed together. Yep.
Yeah, I saw you boys, the other lad getting his glove all getting ready to go.
Yeah, he made the most of it.
Yeah.
Getting a few days.
It was an awesome trip by the sounds, man.
Absolutely.
What I was going to say, did you get involved in much of the warm up? Would they let you get involved in any of that, or?
We're purely spectators, mate. They had four coaches, and they did a great job. Had an EO, Val. She was fantastic. She really looked after the kids, and yeah, we were just sitting up in the stands cheering.
What was the
singing the wedding?
Well done. What was the total duration of the trip? How many days was it total?
It's about 9 days we're away for. 14, I'm corrected.
That's and how many games total?
8 games.
Oh, it's already gone through. Sorry.
7 games. 7 games all up.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, the kids did well. They represented. There's a few close games, a few blowouts.
That's what
there was a few.
I was going to.
One kid was
Go on.
centimetres and 105 kilos, so
Jesus.
it's hard to do that with Ashton's 40 kilos.
Yeah.
How many guys from Adelaide was in there? Just Ashton, or
Just Ashton, yeah.
Yeah,
That's me.
well done.
there was
fella.
one from WA
About
and,
8
and the rest from the eastern seaboard.
There's about 8 from Sydney.
Oh, geez, okay.
So you had some Victorians in there and some Queenslanders, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, Ashton trained down at West Beach every day with Gally, with Austin Gallagher. He was fantastic. He really helped out with Ashy. He trained up with a lot of the older kids that had some of them done the tournament before, the same tournament, under 12s.
Oh, okay.
So that was really helpful insight he got from a lot of them.
Well, that's terrific, boys. You've had just the time of your lives, haven't you? It's one of those moments you'll always remember as a family, and you've done it all together. And Ashton, well done, man. That's super stuff, and we're both here sitting super proud that
Yeah, awesome achievement.
you've represented our state and our country, and you've excelled. It's fantastic. So,
Thank you.
well done, Scotty. Do you wind up this one
No,
here?
I'm done. Yeah, that's amazing, mate. We're as Ben said, we're very proud, mate. And yeah, me and Geordie sat and tried to watch as many highlights as we could every night. We came home and tried to find a highlight, and yeah, mate, awesome experience, mate. Very proud of you, mate. Hold your head up real high, and yeah, now you got to come back and work back in the Dodgers, mate.
Yeah. I just want to say I appreciate all the support from everyone and that.
Yeah,
Means a
mate.
lot.
Good boy.
Well deserved, mate.
That's fantastic.
Well deserved.
Your podcast where you thanked him, congratulated him. That means a lot. Thanks, guys.
Nah, anytime, mate. We know we love you. We love you, Ashton. Not sure about your dad, but we definitely love you guys. But hey, the whole family should be proud, mate. You did South Australia, the Dodgers. Everybody proud, mate.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. We'll end up now just trying to conclude the end of this podcast. Thanks for being on the Milne Road Studios. You're our biggest guest ever. So a little clap to you, Ashton. So thank you, and Dip, thank you, mate. And we'll talk to you guys and see you up the club for a little quiet red one. So until then, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Scotty,
Yeah, fantastic, man. That was great. The kid's an amazing kid, man. The family's amazing, and yeah, they'll keep on getting bigger and stronger.
What a great opportunity at that age, as you know, playing for Australia, to get all that at such a young age, and
Oh, it's amazing, mate.
and
Absolutely
to
amazing.
see where this boy can go. You know, it's fantastic, and you know, all it's going to do is going to stir everybody else up, and everybody else is going to keep getting
Oh, dude,
better
it's amazing,
and better
dude.
and better.
Amazing. 12 years old. Oh, I think he's even younger than that. 11 years old. To be over there doing that in front of all those people, seeing yourself on the big jumbotron. Amazing, mate.
Well,
That's it for another week, mate.
We're getting close to that.
That's very close.
Unfortunately, we've run out with Chris's story again. We'll have to have a look at that one again.
Sorry,
in the
big boy.
weeks to come. But when these international guests sort of pop up from time to time,
Very happy that the fishing charter got cancelled, mate. So the fishing got cancelled today. So I'm a chance to go on the next one. So we'll see you soon.
all right, Scotty. We'll wind up. What are we? Episode 6, and
Yeah.
on and upwards.
See you, mate.